Whether you're learning martial arts for the first time or you're an experienced professional, learning to hand wrap is very important. And it's very important to look at key features while you're putting the wrap on. So the first thing you want to do when having your wrap is making sure you protect your knuckles and your wrist. That's the main two areas we're looking at covering. But for me, don't overcomplicate the hand wrap. You'll see so many different videos of people doing their own fancy ways, and that's great. As you get comfortable and as you learn to do it, you'll notice your hand is different than everyone else. I, for example, would like maybe more protection on my wrist. You might like more on the knuckles. So depending on where you want that extra support or protection, you're gonna change the type of wrap. But this is just a basic wrap that I would recommend for someone starting out for the first time because it's simple, not overcomplicated. So what I like to do is first protect the wrist, and I'll go a couple times around that wrist to make sure it's nice and supported. Now, a mistake people will make is they cross on the bottom. You're not slapping anybody, so we don't need protection at the bottom of the hand. So what we do is we cross along the top. That's a key thing to remember. Now, I'm gonna protect my knuckles. Okay, and then I'm gonna come back across my hand. Okay, now from this position here, some people prefer their thumb protected. So at this point, I'll protect my thumb, go around the wrist, and I'll do one more the other way around my thumb, and then back around my wrist, so I'm nicely protected. So now, just from this initial wrap, I have protection on my knuckles, my wrist is wrapped, and I have thumb protection. Now, from here, this is where you can explore and go. So from here, what I like to do is I use my thumb as the anchor, and I'll put one wrap in between each one of my fingers here. Now, sometimes you'll see people add a little bit more padding across the knuckle. For me, I like to feel my knuckles when I punch, so I don't want them over padded. And then from here, you just want to clean up the wrap, so I'll go over my knuckles one more time. And then from here, you just clean it up to your preference and how you like it. I'll do one more time around here and finish off at my wrist. Now, what I like to do as a nice little tip is, you see, I have my palm still open. I'll push this here to create a nice little bar underneath. I feel comfortable. But what I like to do at the end is I always leave one or two wraps around the wrist at the end, because a lot of times this gets loose and all you have to do is just spin the wrist protection and it'll help tighten up your wrap. So from here, I have a nice tight wrist support, padded knuckles, good thumb support, a nice grip bar to grab, and an open palm.